Maybe next week we'll be able to talk about it next week without it being 3 weeks since talking about it.
Yeah, I had an idea. Just why not talk about it now? The video game awards, Nretsew.
Oh yes. Do we want to do some predictions? Do we want to do some?
Yeah, I have it loaded
Have you got
up.
the website somewhere? Link it in the podcast chat.
Oh no,
I'll just bring it up on my
I have
end.
it on stream. Whoosh.
Oh, whoosh, whoosh! I have to hit the live button again. So, yeah, hang on. I'll bring it up on my end just so I don't have to watch the stream for
Yeah,
the
it's good.
game awards because there's been a little bit of drama
But there's always
about the
drama.
game awards.
That's not
There's
interesting.
always drama.
I'm not interested in drama anymore. I'm just going to pick from these.
I don't want it. I do not want any drama. I just want to be happy.
I mean, I
So
can talk
so let's
about it,
go
but it's
nominees.
I have way
View
more
all the
trouble.
categories.
Yeah,
Game
I'm
of the
going
year.
to game of the year first.
Yeah,
I have
okay.
to log in to vote. I'm not going to do that. So.
Oh no, I'm not gonna vote. I'm not gonna vote either. But
No,
we'll
but
just have a
just
look,
general from alright. Structure of Game Awards is flawed from the beginning. Keighley will show off Kojima for half an hour and then rush all the other people again. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I assume that Nintendo will show the Switch 2 over there, so I'm going to watch it if I can, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to be bothered by any of the choices, other than the show is very annoying.
Well, let's have some fun then, shall we?
Yeah.
So we've got Game of the Year. We have Astrobot, Barudo. We got Black Myth Wukong. We have Elden Ring, Shadow of the Entry. We have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and we have Metaphor. So, of the picks, the controversial pick this year is obviously Elden Ring because it is a DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And on the one hand, I can understand why it would be included because from what I understand, it's a very substantial DLC. So you could argue that it's basically another game, maybe. But I haven't played Elden Ring and I haven't played Shadow of the Entry specifically, so I can't comment on whether or not that is justified or not.
A little bit, and I'll give my quick opinion on DLC. So I'm not against including DLC as a Game of the Year part. But I do think that DLC should be separate from the main game.
I agree. I do think that it should have its own category almost, like DLC.
Yeah, so like the Xenoblade games, every Xenoblade game has a separate from the main menu. You can pick main game or extra game.
Right.
And if you can't walk if you're walking around from your normal game into the DLC, then there's nothing that I don't think it really should be included as a separate game of the year or something.
I kind of agree too. And again, I don't know what it's like for Shadow of the Entry. I would assume it's like past FromSoft games where they just add it to the main game.
Yeah, you have to walk with your character that you already have played in the main game, walk to an area and go, I'm going to the DLC zone. And you walk in with your character into the DLC.
So I honestly do think that this pick is I can understand why it's controversial, and I kind of agree with it being controversial because I do think that it should be in its own category. I don't think that a DLC should.
But I am not against giving DLC some, limelight in a general sense, right? Game Awards.
Yeah, in a general sense, I'm not against it. In a general sense, I'm not against it. I just think that in this case, it was a bad pick.
Yeah, so again, the Xenoblade games, like Future Redeemed, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, End of the Timeline, blah, 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 blah. The DLC for this game is like at the beginning of the timeline.
Yeah.
So it's like thousands of years apart. So you cannot walk. They're separate games.
Right, and that makes sense.
And therefore, I
think that makes sense.
But that's not here.
That aside, right, talking about some of the other picks, right, because I haven't played any of these, obviously, but Astrobot I've heard good things about.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that it is actually, it's fun, right? It's fun. A fun little game. That's cool. heard a little bit about this card game, this Balotto thing. Apparently,
Balatro.
it's like it's some indie slash fun mobile. It's also it's like mobile
Yeah,
plus console plus whatever.
came later to mobile. Yeah, it is on mobile.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I can't quite comment. I can't comment on it, right?
You go
Because I
through
don't
the
know
list, and
anything.
I'll say I'll talk after.
Wukong. Wukong. I watched Tenma play Wukong. Wukong seems pretty good. I think Wukong is a good pick for Game of the Year. People were like shitting on it because they were like, "Oh, it's the lowest rated pick for Game of the Year." It's interesting how the media, the games media, you know, has a narrative, and then suddenly all of the games journalists put out articles that are the exact same fucking title, and it's the exact same fucking narrative, right? But funny that, right, Ellie? Funny that a little bit. I don't know about that, but no, I think Wukong is deserving of it because from what I saw of watching Tenma play through the whole game, right? Like I watched her play the whole fucking thing, right?
Mm.
It definitely it looks good. It looks like it has fun and engaging gameplay. You can play the game differently based on what stances you use and what you invest your points into, right? Like what type of fighting style you have as Wukong, right? How you play it. There's a lot of like freedom in it, right? And overall, it does seem like a very good AAA experience, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's deserving of the spot. I think it deserves the spot. I don't know if it deserves Game of the Year entirely because I haven't played it myself or whatever.
Mm.
But based on what I've seen, I think it at least deserves to get mentioned, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you disagree with me
Oh
on
no, I'm
that
the
or
same.
if you have
I'll
any other
talk
thoughts.
after. Go through the list.
Oh, okay. I'll go. Okay. We already talked about Elden Ring. We don't have to talk about
Yeah.
that. Final Fantasy, again, I don't have much of a comment one way or the other. It seems fine, right? I guess it's a good pick. I don't really care. Metaphor, from what I've heard, really good, fun game, very deep, very lots of story, big themes, big stuff, very
Yeah.
good. So yeah, that's my opinion. What are you got on
Yeah,
your
so
side of things?
Astrobot, good game, very fun, but I'm feeling it's a little bit shallow after that. Right,
Mm,
there's not much
mm,
beyond good platforming, and it is a rare thing to good platforming these days. But Mario also exists.
mm.
Balatro is a game that is been going strong for like half a year at least. And
Mm,
the from what I haven't played it myself, I saw some people play it sometimes. The strength of Paletro is like you have a billion builds you can do, and it's a
mm,
roguelike, so you can every run is different and all the builds, and you can get insane bonuses and you can get insanely unlucky, and there's the tension that comes in. So and it's getting updates, so it keeps getting it's kept its relevance.
mm,
But I both Astrobot and Balatro maybe not winners per se, but good games. Like with MoveCon,
mm.
I have heard more um, technical problems. Like
Yeah, it did have some technical issues at launch.
so beyond
Um,
that, right? It uses frame generation, so it's kind of if you move fast, it just
yeah, but a
becomes a
lot of games are
blur.
a lot of most AAA games these days are using DLSS and frame gen bullshit to
Yeah, but
fucking
Wukong is
get
kind
around
of the
it.
worst.
I wouldn't say Wukong is like exclusive in that and
No,
it
but it is
being
kind of the
bad.
worst
I
offender in that it's kind of
I don't think so. Based on what I've seen, I don't think so. Like it seems fine based on everything I've seen. So I don't know where you're getting that from. Like I would argue that you could have a conversation about the use of DLSS and FSR in general as a crutch by companies to not optimize the games properly, right?
mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like Wukong should get singled out specifically as a horrible offender.
Well, it's
From
only
what
in
I've
this
seen, at
list,
least.
so
Mm, mm.
uh
But anywho,
I also heard it kind of later on it kind of gets more tedious than fun, but who knows? I have not played it
yeah,
myself.
yeah, yeah,
Shadow of the Earth Tree, I've seen some people play it, some parts. It's more Elden Ring. Elden Ring was a very good game, so the DLC is very good,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
it's not. oh no, a good game continues to be good.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
very hard.
Shocking. Shocking, yeah. Shocking.
I heard in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, very good game, gets a little bit bogged down with the open world, too much meaningless things going on in the open world, stretch out some events maybe too long. That's complaints that I hear from the ether. And I hear the most positive things consistently from ReFantasio. A game with a
Yeah.
soul, a game with a message, a game with an art
It's so
style.
good, yeah, yeah, it's so good, yeah, yeah.
So, in my picking of games, I considered playing ReFantasio. I haven't considered playing the other games. Oh, I have to sign in actually. Never mind.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, no,
All right,
don't do
start
that.
voting. Back here. Okay.
No, we have to go back.
All right,
Let's go back.
next.
There we go.
The
Next
game
on the list.
direction. Oh no.
It's literally the same fucking games.
Innovation in game
God.
direction and design. Damn.
And it's literally the same fucking games. See, I hate this. I don't like this when it comes to the Game Awards. I've said this before. It's like I feel like they should add, like, the Game of the Year contenders should not fucking dominate all of the other categories, right? Like, give some other games a fucking chance, right? Because I'm sure there has to be other games that came out this year that have good game direction that could fill one of these spots, right?
Alright, so in this
Has
round,
to be.
I am going to pick. It's either Black with Wukong or ReFantasio again, right?
Right.
ReFantasio
Right.
has the
Yeah.
art and the style, and Black with Wukong looks pretty when you're not moving too much, I guess.
Well, Black Myth Wukong's also got like the anime stuff in it, like the animation stuff. They did a bunch of anime things in it. The cinematics are really good. But anyway, next,
I'm
let's
not
just
going
move
to
on then, I
vote
guess.
or pick one or the other. It's
No, we're not voting.
My pick in the game of the year was definitely ReFantasio, but I'm not feeling really picking in narrative.
Right, finally, narrative. There's more contenders to talk about. So we got Final Fantasy, we got Dragon, Like a Dragon, we got Metaphor again, Senua Saga, and Silent Hill. Don't really have much to comment, honestly. Like, I haven't played, because I don't know anything about the narratives for the games, so it's not like I can say one way or the other which is good or bad. And so I don't really have a pick of who I'd want to win, right? Like, really.
Yeah, so Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is, you have to, from what I know, right? Sorry. Like a Dragon, if you follow the entire story, this is another chapter in a great story, season 15.
It's more Yakuza. Yeah, it's more Yakuza.
And it's a very good story, but I don't know it. ReFantasio is an epic story, large in scale and size and length.
Big commentary, big thing,
big things going on. Senua Saga is the opposite. It's small and intimate and personal, and if it doesn't, if it doesn't reach you personally, it's completely flat.
Yeah.
And Silent Hill is, if you can,
Silent Hill is the story of a game from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. So
this is another problem of the Game Awards. I would then go for ReFantasio again because I more value a big sweeping story than a super personal one or a story that is season 15 in.
Also, I've got food coming in about 8 minutes.
All right,
not that I'll jump out, but I might have to pop up and.
All right, art direction.
Get my food.
I'm going to
again, it's the same things, right? It's Astrobot, Wukong. Like the only new one is this Navera one, and I don't know anything about it.
I have seen the trailer. It looked pretty in the trailer, but all right, ReFantasio is just the most arty one. The fantasy.
It's arty, but it is also very Persona / Shin Megami Tensei because it is made by those same guys.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. So
but
it's got that style to it, and of course it's going to have good style because those guys know how to make a good style.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at stuff like Persona 5 and whatnot, right? Like they know how to.
Wukong will give a. Wukong looks pretty. It will get a mention. It will get a nod from me, but
I would argue that Wukong, like, if we're talking about like, I do think it has good art direction.
Mhm.
Like it has its own, its own style. It's very, it is very based in Chinese mythology, and so a lot of it is very Chinese based, right? Well, and also not just kind of Chinese, because it is like it's Journey to the West, so it merges
Yeah.
a little bit of Chinese with a little bit of Indian, right, and a little bit of Buddhism, right, and that kind of stuff. It also, as I mentioned before, has those animated, like it has these animated cutscenes that you could almost argue are like a Journey to the West anime.
Sequence.
Like the cinematics are very fucking cool, right? They have one that's like a stop motion with puppets, and then they have another one that's like a different style of it. Like they have different styles of animation show up in it. And they got like some pretty big animators to work on it. I would recommend actually just going and watching like the Black Myth Wukong ending chapter cinematics, because what they are is they're kind of like somewhat telling they somewhat tell the story of the chapter in a sense, like the history of what happened, right, in that chapter in a sense. So they're quite interesting. They are very interesting. Like fuck me, the one with the Bull King is so fucking tragic and crazy. It's fucking great. So I would argue that Wukong, I would give it to Wukong personally. I mean, it would be, I reckon it's between Wukong and Metaphor.
Yeah,
that's
like
my opinion.
Most things up to
most
now.
people are probably going to put it between those two. Yeah, because I do think like, yeah, I do think that it deserves a little bit of that.
Yeah. Right.
But anywho, what's next? Next
score
category.
Music. This is hard because I haven't listened. to
Hey,
any
Stellar
of
Blade gets a mention. No. People have been like, "Oh, why didn't Stellar Blade get nominated for Game of the Year or whatever?" It's like, well, I mean, I don't know.
I heard it's not as good as Nier Automata, and that was alright. That kind of and then makes me know where it kind of falls. I don't know. I haven't listened to.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't really. I don't
just
listen
going
to
to
anyone.
Skip. Audio design.
Same difference. Haven't played. Can't
but
tell,
the guns
right?
sound very nice, though. All right, I'm going to skip.
Voice actors.
I haven't heard any of these people, so it's unfortunately a skip for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Inaccessibility.
Innovation. Oh yeah, it's my favorite fucking category.
But I don't know what the accessibility features
are. I don't know what they did. Yeah, I don't know what they did. What accessibility features did they do? I'm also going to have to go and grab my door in a second.
Games for
innovation
impact,
and accessibility.
social.
Oh yeah, this is the social justice whatever. I heard Life is Strange is a funny meme because the main character in the first game gets cucked. So I don't. Funny memes aside, I don't have any.
And I liked the message of Zhao, but that's the only really mad thing that I really know of.
All right, I'm gonna go mute for a quick sec because my stuff's arriving at my door. So I will be back in a sec.
I'll go vote in Nretsew's stats. All his votes belong to me. Best ongoing. Award for outstanding development involves with player experience over time. What would be good? I mean, I played Helldiver, so that kind of gets my vote in that sense. But it's kind of hard. I'm just going to. Helldiver really feels like they want to be better. And I don't really feel that from the other ones. That kind of feel more from, alright, how can I get more money out of Diablo players without making them too angry? And Final Fantasy XIV is very much from, alright, next expansion. Hope they liked it. And Fortnite is just Fortnite, Battle Pass, get your Battle Passes, and Destiny. I haven't heard much good things coming out of Destiny, more like grumples and gripes. Not that that happens with Helldivers 2, but it really seems that Bungie is on the edge of complete bankruptcy and absorption by Sony, while Helldivers is, hey, we want to be
so
good.
What are we? Yeah, I have returned. What? So best ongoing? I take it we're talking about.
I was just from.
Yeah, Helldivers kind of dropped off. Yeah.
No, I was
It's
saying that like
kind-
Helldivers is kind of my choice here. All right, to quickly repeat myself because I was talking the
Well, I
time.
mean, well, no, you don't have to repeat yourself, but I'll just say my piece, right? Out of the selections here, I would probably give it to Helldivers 2, despite the controversies, because I think that because they're trying, right?
Hey, that was
They're
my
fucking
exact.
trying.
That was my exact point, right? Bungie is
Yeah.
on the cliff edge and almost dying, and I don't think it will be. I'm not hearing that much good things about it. Diablo is just Blizzard is just milking you without making you too angry. Final Fantasy XIV, good game, good expansions, but they're just working on their own terms, not really evolve with the
Yeah,
player
yeah.
experience. But Fortnite is just Battle Pass
It's just a
central,
meme. It's just a meme.
and
And
Helldivers
then
they would. Arrowhead wants to try, they try, and therefore they want
yeah.
that's best ongoing.
All right.
Community
So moving
support. All right.
interesting category. I wouldn't give it to I would agree. I would give best ongoing to Helldivers, but I don't know if I'd give community support to Helldivers based on like how yes, they've been trying, but they haven't like I would say No Man's Sky should get it personally. Because I think they've done a much better job at actually delivering on the promises. Because with Helldivers, it's been a lot of I haven't looked into it recently, but it's been a lot of the devs saying they're going to fix things, saying they're going to rebalance things. We're going to make it more fun. We're going to do this, 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 and this. So that it's like, okay, well, you also have to deliver on that, right? So
And they are, but it's
and they are, but it's I don't know. I don't know if it's enough. I think No Man's Sky over the because it's such a success story. Like they release it, it was shit, it was bad, it wasn't what was advertised, and then they've really done a lot over the years to kind of regain that trust. Right?
Yeah, but my thing, right? This is a little bit political, I guess. A little bit, award. No, not in that sense, Nretsew. It's more like award politics, giving award
All right.
politics. Like, No Man's Sky already got this prize.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it
All right.
already got this.
I'll switch. Then I'll switch and say like Baldur's Gate or something.
Yeah, because No Man's Sky already got this award 2 years ago or a year ago, and they haven't changed anything. They just on the same path. And maybe that warrants a award from hey, you're still doing great. But in that sense, I'd rather give it to Baldur's Gate for just the million patches that made the game like
much
better and
yeah.
mod support and all that stuff.
All right, next we've got independent game, which is interesting because there's a few here that we haven't seen yet. UFO 50. I don't know about this Laser Eyes one and Animal. I don't know. I have no fucking idea what any of these games are.
It's a puzzle game.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't comment because I got no.
So I know UFO 50 is 50 different games made with the technical limitation of NES and SNES and all that stuff.
Right.
The conceit of the game, it's a pretend collection from years past made today.
Right.
Hey, okay. We are the Studio 50. The Studio UFO has made all these good games in the past. We are now releasing a collection of 50 of the games of this studio. The games have never existed before today, but they're just 50 different games pretending to be having a years-long history of this studio that never existed until now. So there are 50 games in here. Yeah, I'm kind of in between. I'm guessing I'd rather give it to UFO 50 over Balatro, because if I'm going for creative and technical achievement, it's like UFO 50 did something very different. 50 different games made within limitations of what would have been the time. That's my vote. Unless you have something different.
No, I don't really have anything different. So best debut indie game, which is much of the same. Animal Well, Manor Lords is a good pick for that, because I've heard really good things about that. I've watched some videos about it.
For Manor Lords, but I haven't played it. It is somewhat my style, but it felt a little. It wasn't just not my style, just not enough my style. So I didn't play it or anything. I don't know. I too many games that I haven't played or watched or seen or know of.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you don't play as many games. Mobile game.
Mobile.
Now, this is an interesting fight going on here. So you've got AFK Juni, Balto, the new version of the Pokemon trading card game that they brought out. What Withering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. Interesting picks. Very like it's funny because it's like ignore those three over there. No one cares. No one cares about those three over there. Everyone's talking about Withering Waves and ZZZ.
Nretsew, I think Balatro might pull out a sneaky win here.
I think it might too. I'm not. I mean, usually the mobile game just tends to be whatever. Like I don't even know what the fuck AFK Juni is or why it's there.
It's almost a scam. Don't even pay attention to it.
Yeah, I don't fucking know why that's there. Like, I'm pissed. I'm always pissed at the mobile game category because you wouldn't see Arknights in here. You wouldn't see like GFL in here. You wouldn't see Neural Cloud in here, right? Like maybe GFL 2 when GFL 2 comes out, maybe we'll see that next year because that doesn't come out till December, right? So maybe we'll see that next year. Who knows? But fucking, I think it's like you don't normally see like Withering Waves or Zenless Zone Zero type games. Like you might see Genshin or whatever. Like it's always the most like normie picks, right? So I didn't know Withering Waves was a normie pick, but I guess it is. So the real battle going on right now is definitely between ZZZ and Withering Waves, and I'm interested to see who comes out on top if either of them do. Right? Because who knows? Maybe Pokemon will get the clutch win, right? Maybe Pokemon will get the clutch win. But it's interesting. I think it's interesting to see those two put it up against each other.
There's a small wrinkle in there, Nretsew, because the Pokemon trading card game has loot boxes, packs. They are banned in large parts of Europe. So the game is illegal over here. It's not available.
No Pokemon for you. Get
no
fucked.
Pokemon for me. It's fine. I'm not too much into Pokemon.
So anyway. Next we have VR.
VR. I haven't played any of these games.
Nope.
Maybe Metal Hellsinger because rhythm shooting game was pretty good in VR. I feel.
Yeah. All right. Well, next we've got action games. So this is an interesting category. So you got Wukong, Call of Duty, Helldivers, Celeblade, and Warhammer. I haven't played the new Call of Duty, so I can't comment on if it's good or not. But I would say Wukong, Helldivers, Celeblade, and Warhammer are very good picks.
Yeah.
Very strong picks, I think, for this category. So I don't know where I would actually fall on any of them. I've seen a few clips of Warhammer. Warhammer does look really good. So yeah. I feel like it's going to be probably a Warhammer. It's a four-way fight between them because unless Call of Duty gets it because
Call of Duty
marketing or whatever, Call of Duty, right? I think it's a four-way fight between those four. I don't know. I think they're evenly matched personally.
This is kind of an award that I kind of want to see, right? This is a lineup. This is a fight. This is a competition that I want out of these awards. This is the first category, the first time I see.
Yeah, I think it's a fair selection, right? It's
the games aren't. Maybe I'm gonna put Call of Duty necessarily an action game, but it's kind of the odd one out. But for the other four, yeah, put them in action. The point of Helldivers isn't really that much of the shooting. It's way more of the tactical.
It's
action.
Combat. Well, as the description says, best action genre focused primarily on combat, right? So I think it's fair.
Call of Duty is very much on the FPS shooter or whatever, and Helldivers.
Yeah, but I think it's fair. I think it's fair. Yeah, I think it's a fair category. But moving quickly to the next one. So you got.
Let me give it quickly.
Okay.
I would. It's kind of action. I have a vision with action games. It's more like Stellar Blade and Wukong, so it's kind of between those two in general. I haven't played either, but I feel like there's a little bit more interesting things going on with Stellar Blade, with more fights and whatnot.
All
Yeah,
right.
something like that.
Action adventure. Combining combat with traversal and I feel like there's a weird. This is a weird separation. I would just say adventure instead of action adventure because you've already got action.
Yeah, but
So
adventure games
I,
are also well,
I don't
names,
know, but
namings,
out of the
whatever.
I don't know any. I mean, you probably I reckon Zelda maybe on this one because you were telling me the Zelda game's pretty good.
The
Weren't you?
Zelda
You were like
is
it was
pretty
pretty.
good, but I'm hearing also very good
Yeah.
things about Prince of Persia. So
Mm.
it's kind of between these two, and I don't think Astrobot really counts in there, but doesn't
Nah,
really fit.
nah.
Um, I would give it to Zelda because I know Zelda and Zelda is very good, but I
Mm.
wouldn't be surprised if Prince of Persia gets away with it.
So moving on to best RPG, another very hotly contested category. Of these picks, I don't feel Dragon's Dogma because Dragon's Dogma was one of those games that kind of came out and people talked about it and then it
It had
disappeared.
some issues also
Yeah, it
in
wasn't
how it
great. It
looked.
wasn't great from what I remember. Like it came out, it was talked about a little bit, and then it kind of disappeared, and people stopped talking
I
about it.
don't
I mean,
think that Shadow of the Earth Tree is good because it's of its RPG element, so it kind of
yeah, I think
falls.
that it's a bit. Yeah, I feel like it's a bad pick for this. Definitely, Final Fantasy. I'm not too sure on. Like a Dragon. Okay, fine. But I think Metaphor should get best RPG out
It
of this
is.
pick.
It is the. It. Metaphor is good because of its RPG element. Therefore, it should
Yeah,
probably get that.
I agree. I agree with you. I think it should go to that. Fighting games. Don't care. Don't know anything about.
Tekken is the best fighting game, so it should be. Also,
I guess right.
multiverses is cheating because it came out, it was placed,
Mm,
it got a nominee in the Game Awards, and then it got pulled back out. Oh no, sorry, the game is trash. We're going to fix it now, and then it came out again,
mm,
and people still hate it. So
right. Yeah.
why
I
is it
don't.
here
Yeah.
for a second time when?
Feels a bit bad. Yeah. Right. Next we got best family,
All right, the
which
Nintendo
is. I mean.
category. For the first time ever, there are all games other than Nintendo games in this category.
Yeah, we've got the I don't know anything about this plucky square game, so I don't know
It
anything
might
about
get
it.
a
I mean, I haven't
win.
played any of them,
It
but
might get a win.
yeah,
I know
it
of the
might
game.
maybe. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah,
Also, but
seems.
Mario Party is a very good bet in general.
Right.
Sim
Sim
strategy.
slash strat. Yeah, here we go. This is your category.
Ah,
Age of Mythology, Frostpunk. That I think isn't
Initsugami.
that one? Yeah, Kusugami, Manalors. Good picks all round. I think
Yes,
Unicorn Overlord's going to win.
I want Unicorn Overlord to win.
I'm with you. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you with the Unicorn Overlord. I'm rooting for you. Definitely rooting for you.
There is a
So
chance
quickly.
though that it might go to Frostpunk because it's kind of it's good, it's
I've
stylish.
I've heard it's good. I have to watch some more of it because it seems alright. Yeah, Mandalords is also a good pick because I've seen some good stuff from Mandalords. So. Yeah.
And maybe
I love. Hang on, wait a minute. Slavic Magic.
yeah, that's the
Great name. Great name
that's
for it.
the developer, and Hooded Horse is the publisher.
Is the publisher. Yeah, good name. I like it. Slavic Magic. That's great. All right, moving along. We got sports and racing. Who cares?
Uh,
Multiplayer. Here we go. I'd give that to Warhammer because the co-op in Warhammer is apparently quite fun, and the multiplayer in Warhammer is apparently quite fun. So I might give that to Warhammer. Again, Helldivers. I would have given it to Helldivers if they hadn't have kind of fucked it up, right? I think if they hadn't have fucked it up, I probably would have gone with
it does say
Helldivers.
for the outstanding multiplayer gameplay, and that kind of feels like it's going to be Call of Duty because Call of Duty is more
Yeah,
multiplayer than
probably.
anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, I would like to see Warhammer though, because I've heard good things about both the multiplayer and the co-op. So it's like both. So
Yeah, I would
I would go with that personally.
personally, I would say that Helldivers it has been the most interesting in the multiplayer. You know, the
Mm,
coordination,
mm,
the things, the stratagems,
mm,
the helping each other
mm,
out,
mm.
combinations,
Yeah, I
picks.
guess you're not wrong there. I guess you're not wrong there. Yeah,
So in my
we'll see.
heart,
We'll see how it
my
goes.
pick would be Helldivers, and I see Call of Duty actually winning.
Mm, mm.
And, all right,
Right,
Nretsew, this is I when I saw this Nretsu, I was outraged.
outraged.
I was
You were
indignified.
outraged.
All my
Oh,
nonchalant, I don't care anymore about the Game Awards was like, but all right,
out
I
the
said I
window.
didn't care, but now look at this is just goddamn commercials.
Disgusting.
Disgusting commercialization. How dare I thought I didn't believe I had some dignity for the Game Awards, but I saw this and I thought, damn, they had no dignity at all.
All
I
right.
didn't
How
know
about
they
you
could stoop
explain?
so
You
low.
explain to us why it's so offensive. Why don't you give us?
I thought I didn't had a bar low for no, and they went lower for
Right. Well, why is that? Give us a.
because this isn't gaming at all. Nretsu,
Okay.
how is Arcane connected to League of Legends?
I have no. I watch Arcane and I don't fucking know outside of characters. I guess.
How
Characters,
does
lore.
the game how does the movie Knuckles influence my
Or the
Sonic
show.
gameplay? My
I mean, okay, look, I will grant you that yeah, it is like advertising, you know, yeah, big thing or whatever. Not really video. It is video game related, you know, kind of. All right, maybe.
but
You
no,
know, I'm
this is
not.
this was like to repeat myself. I had a bar set low, so low that I didn't see it for the Game Awards, and suddenly I see this and I trip over a bar that I thought I didn't had.
So to talk seriously about this though, I think Arcane's gonna win. I heard good things about Fallout, but I think Arcane's gonna win.
Arcane
I'll
is
be
the
real.
most impressive out of all of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, and I've been watching. I have been watching the new Arcane, and it has been pretty good. So
I haven't been
I'll
watching the
give it.
Arcanes, but I've
Right,
seen.
most anticipated game, Kojima,
All right,
Kojima's Wild Ride, Ghosts of Yahweh, Grand Theft
Yote.
Auto, Metroid. As much as I probably would agree with you, Metroid, right?
This is my
I'm kind of
personal.
that would be because I care a bit more about Metroid as well, a little bit deep in my heart. I might not be a
Mm,
Nintendo gamer anymore, Ali, but deep in my heart, I have my fond memories of playing Prime on the Wii. Right, I've
eh,
got my I have my Prime, you know, deep in my heart, right? Oh, deep in my heart. So I'm in my heart. I want Metroid. It's probably going to go to Kojima or Grand Theft Auto. Let's be real.
not GTA. I feel.
Well, no, because GTA is the normie pick, right? Like
Or
the most
maybe.
popular fucking game franchise of all time, or whatever, normie pick, right?
Also,
I can see,
I'm
yeah,
reading the definition qualifying.
yeah,
Announced game that then demonstrably illustrate potential to push the gaming medium forwards. That just
yeah.
feels like a GTA or Death Stranding if you
Yeah,
believe
that's why
Kojima.
I'm taught. I reckon in reality it's going to be one of those two. Because Ghost of Yahweh just seems like more Ghost of Tsushima, right? Just
Mm.
it's more of the good. It's good, right? But it's more
Oh
of the good
no,
thing.
terrible.
Same with Monster Hunter. It's like just more of the good thing. I don't see how it's going to push gaming forward. Metroid, we'll have to see, right? Hope, never lose hope, right?
Yeah.
Never lose hope. But GTA and Death Stranding are going to be pretty big, so yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
reckon.
I mean,
Oh, good, the best category.
oh no.
All right, so who we got? We got nobody, 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 and Picora.
There's the joke that all of these four have like could triple Pecora's subscriber numbers.
I don't know. I don't know. But Pecора's gonna win. There's gonna be Ellie. There's gonna be riots in the streets if Pecora doesn't win. Okay, there's going to be actual riots. All
Yeah,
right?
but so we all know why Pecora is in here.
Yes, we do. It's funny. It's Kojima.
Yeah.
Kojima goes to Jeff Keighley and is like, "You listen here, you little shit. I will never come to a Game Awards again if you do not give Content Creator of the Year to Pecora. You will give it to Pecora."
But Nretsew, there is a curse upon this award.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Have
yeah.
you know of the curse?
No, well, not specifically, but I know that people vaguely talk about a curse. Yeah.
You know, the previous winner of this award included, I believe, The Completionist.
Oh, yeah.
And Boogie.
Big dramas. And Total Biscuit. Yeah. Oh, no.
And no, it's more like Boogie won the awards, The Completionist won the award, I believe, and some other guy who won the award. All of them trash people now. Revealed or have, fallen to be
well,
trash people.
I guess we'll find out, because the thing is like I said, I do not fucking know who these other 4 guys are at all. I have no idea.
The name Case O, but I don't ask me.
Yeah, I do not know who these people are, right? So anyway,
he made a funny picture outside of Waffle House because of the Fight Club meme.
I guess I don't know, but anyway, multiplayer esports, Valorant.
Why are they still
League of Legends
doing this?
Why is League of wait? It's not League of Legends. It's like Mobile Legends and League of Legends. Like confusing. Like what the
different
fuck
companies.
is going on? Different games. Yeah.
Well,
Val. Then we got Dota and Counter. Yeah, I don't have a. I don't.
No, but now they're going to esports athletes and like.
Who cares? Bunch of dudes.
Hey, Faker. I've heard of the name Faker before. He's going
sweaty esports people. Who cares? I don't care.
Team Liquid,
and then that's
I've heard of
player
the name
choice.
Team Liquid before they're going to win.
Yeah, and then it's player's choice, and that's it. Okay, we're done. Right, there we go. So yeah, interesting picks. I think it's going to be an interesting show. We'll try and stream the. When's it on? It's on December 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it on December 3rd?
Check. All right.
I think it's on December 3rd. I can't remember.
Those are the 12th. I believe I saw.
12th. Okay. All right. Well, we'll try and stream it. We might stream it live. We might not. We'll see what happens.
No, I can check it.
Yeah, 12th. Yeah.
I can check it right now. At least if on my work schedule, because people have work.
Because it's a Thursday for me, so I might not be able to make it because it depends. I might not be able to make it on a Thursday. I have a work time on a Thursday, so I don't think I'll be able to make it. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely recap and talk about it if we don't stream it live, right? We'll definitely talk about the results and anything fun that happened.
Nretsew, right? I can't. This is like in midnight, and I have morning shift, so I can't not sleep.
Nah, all right. Well, we'll definitely do a recap then.
Yeah, like the next weekend day that we can.
Yeah, we'll do it. But anyway, it's a good stream. We'll
let me quickly go
catch you boys.
Post-amble because otherwise.
There's not really going to be a post-amble because we're going to meet. Because I got to go eat. My food's here. I want to eat. So yeah, we will catch you guys next time.
Later.
Bye.